say I move like I'm nameless, cause I only come for the money bags and I don't really wanna be famous. You know what's up? You know what's up? You pretend, you gonna lie, we don't be gang. You know what's up?
We going crazy, we at the top and we never gonna stop. Hop in a ghost, I'ma get swayzy. I just got off with a jet and I cry. I win in a Humvee, I lie. I be on go cause I come from the shot. I'm shooting back, I ain't ducking no shots. Got power like Samson, I cut off the locks. Shabak, Timmer, in the cut like I'm Fredo Santana. Uju Benton, I hop in the Bama, the world is mine. I'm Tony Montana, I'm Pelican Fly. Diamonds on me cause I'm rapping a rock. I'ma go hard, I ain't killing them soft. I'm up in the hills, I feel like I'm Lauren, you ready or not? I like who got businesses, I'm CEO of mine. 1980 Prezi Rolly, we been working overtime. The witness, the police, the pigs, I don't eat swine. Son of Jacob, this biblical, my flow, the holy God. Save money ground up in the gutter where they found us. Stones in the faint mouth rush. More vacays, more bucks, more race, more foreign trucks, more on a tour bus, more poor cup. Toast to the winners, throw it up.
What a drum.
Yeah. Should I style not for you, but it's for me?
Greenfield's finest. Boss.
With the beautiful Puget Sound just to our west, you get a look inside Lumen Field here in Seattle, Washington. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap. But
we spent your whole life trying to blow up, but Elohim never had time for donuts. The beat go ham, no time for cold cuts. The game like Big Fish came to join up. Yeah, I'm still independent, ain't sold a million records yet. Used to be on my checklist, big diamonds don't need a necklace. Look, we built the sound like it's double speed Tetris. I cannot build without God in it. We built the sound, you can't copy this. I never brag, it's just confidence. I never rap for your compliments. I wrote this one for the indie grind. If you ain't signed on the dotted line, can't buy my soul with no dollar signs. The industry so full of troglodytes. I don't follow trends. Say that with my chest. No, I will not bend. I don't follow trends. Say that with my chest. No, I will not bend. Run it up.
we are in the Pacific Northwest as we get set for football at Lumen Field here in the Soto District of Seattle. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Seattle Seahawks. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. First play, and Wilson wants to throw it. He completes it to Julio Jones. On the move past the 40, down the right sideline, and all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Wow, first play in the game, CD, 75 yards. These people, they haven't even filed in yet from the tailgate lots.
Everyone talks about starting out fast. Everyone talks about getting explosive-type plays. That was absolutely a thunderbolt. And on the defensive side, he spent all week scheming, all week preparing, and it seems like it goes right out the window.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Pickett leads the Steelers up here with a fresh set of downs at their own 25-yard line. Pickett sets up play action. He's got him in, complete. And out across across midfield down to the 45. Heck of a start, a 30-yard pickup on their first play from scrimmage. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Pickett in trouble, and down he goes. Max Crosby in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on, how about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
Now, before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Here's Pickett. He'll let this go for the end zone. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Well, go ahead and strap in, partner. Less than 2 minutes in, had the score on the one side. A quick answer, though, to get the equalizer.
Sometimes you get that sense of urgency that ratchets up, right? When you give up an early touchdown like that, you just know you're like, okay, how do we go back and equalize things? Can we get it done fast? And they absolutely did. Essentially, we're back to even, aren't we?
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. They go play action now. Wilson. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. That one good for 26 and a first down. They'll run. It's Kenneth Walker. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down. The Seahawks at 4-6 now on the year. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 27-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Walker now on 1st and 10. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
This defense for the Steelers, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game?
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. T.J. Watt. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week, and we just saw their first one of this game.
And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down. So Wilson heads to the sideline, and on comes Jason Myers for the Seahawk field goal. Myers' kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it and let's go with it.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Throwing on third down. Here's Pickett. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll bring up fourth down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. Third down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
Taken in at the 11. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time.
He's got a man, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 37 yards.
As we've seen over the years, offense coordinators will often ease their way into drives. Many of them don't want to risk a turnover or put their defense in a bad spot, but not in this case.
Not at all. Forget about easing into it. They took a shot. It worked. A good push there from that offensive line as Sanders able to take that forward for a gain of about 6 on first down. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Running right, here's Walker. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
All things considered, a pretty good kick, just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck, and unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
On 1st and 10, it's Pickett. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Max Crosby. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
Well, they've got the lead, but it's certainly not a big one. And how do you keep control of that lead? Certainly not by that last play there. They gave up a big sack on the first play of this drive. Now it's double the distance to the first down marker.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Pickett. He's got his tight end Freiermuth over the middle. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. And see, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level. And sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine instead of just letting it rip.
And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead is now 14-10. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Now he's going to throw deep right side. He rifles one that's intercepted. Levi Wallace with a pick. And the Steelers are going to have it here at their own 15. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing, maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing.
He's got a man complete. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On 3rd down, Wilson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, they came up with points in their first 2 possessions, but it looks like they'll come up empty here on their 3rd drive. The defense finally starting to get locked into them a little bit. Might have to go a little bit deeper into their playbook on their next possession.
He's going to field this at the 4. All told, a 54-yard punt, 13 on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Charles, this offense, they've been on a roll. 2 drives ago they scored. Remember, last drive was that one-play touchdown strike, so now they're looking to make it 3 for 3.
You know, I talked to a Hall of Famer one time about, hey, when you're on defense and these types of things are happening to you, what goes through your mind? And he told me at that point, it's not about schemes. It's not about what's called from the sideline. It's about players. Who's going to make a play, make a stand, and stop this offense from doing what they've been doing?
All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
Well, I can spin this negatively as he just got back to the line of scrimmage. But when you really analyze it, he took away a big play for the defense, made it an uneventful run because he avoided a sack and didn't lose yardage.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down.
Pickett, he'll look to throw it.
And that is incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. This is brought in at the 21.
It's a 57-yard punt, 14 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it.
And the Steelers are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, 1st down.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion.
Pickett in trouble, and down he goes.
Max Crosby able to get in there yet again. That's already 3 sacks for him here in this first half of football. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack.
Pickett, and this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Pickett
going for Metcalf on the deep ball.
Oh, into a sea of defenders, and intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. So time for the 2nd half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the 3rd quarter.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19.
should have opted for the touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
9 yards, and that leaves them just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance in guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
I may be an analyst, but I'm also a fan. I love it when people take the big shots downfield, but he was under a lot of duress. And I think that forced the incompletion downfield. Didn't have a real good chance to find his target.
A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A give running left. It's Sanders. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. First down, Seattle on a pickup of 13. Another run with Sanders. And he's got room. 20. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Miles Sanders, his third rushing touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks have cut it back within a score. Wilson going to throw for it. And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. He's having a big game through the air, and sometimes those smart decisions just dump it off. That's how you continue to have big games through the air.
I agree totally. That's a great analogy, a great way to put it, because he doesn't get too greedy where everything has to be pushed downfield, trying to create big plays that aren't there. You dump it off and take that nice gain, and things add up, and now you have the kind of game he's having.
That one, a first down pickup of 8. To the air on first down with Pickett. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
Meanwhile, Pickett's throw here into the hands of the receiver, Judy. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 41-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39.
It was Kwity Paye who made the stop coming off the edge.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
They run the play fake. Here's Pickett. That's into a crowd and intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. So this offense moving the ball well, trying to open up a 2-score lead here in the third quarter, but now potentially a play that could have big ramifications.
Yeah, you've driven the ball down the field. Things are looking up, but it takes just one bad decision to throw things off the rails.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
On second down, it's Walker.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle.
And Walker once more.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
Here's Wilson.
This one complete to Jalen Waddle.
And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 32-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders.
And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone.
Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Well, throw on first down with Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it.
And the Steelers will take over here at their own 14-yard line. That's back-to-back drives that have looked pretty good. The offense was moving the ball, but in both cases, the defense comes up with a big INT to get off the field.
How about the layers of intrigue that continue to get added as we watch this game unfold? Both offenses, they're a little bit discouraged with how their drives ended. How will each respond now and can either mount another positive series that ends in points for their team?
Well, they may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. Now a first down carry for Harris. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Pickett now to throw off the play fake.
Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
Pickett back to throw. That's caught left side by Judy. And he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
They're going for it. This is Harris. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. That tackle by Jeffrey Simmons. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Off play action. Pickett. A throw left side, caught by the tight end Freiermuth. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 28. That gain on 3rd down, good for 28. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Harris running straight ahead. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
A quick throw caught out wide by Judy. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
Made the quick throw there outside the numbers, and you can feel the thought process. They just wanted to get in his hands and let him make a play. But how about the job they did defensively to keep him bottled up? Instead, they tackle him for a loss.
They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal? And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6.
Oh, Brandon, I'm going to tell you, this is football time to me. They're inside the 10-yard line. That's like drawing the line in the sand. Who's going to make the stand here? Defensive guys, they know if he gets in the end zone, this ball game is over. And the guys with the football right now, they're thinking, let's just pound it in there.
Got to hold them to 3 to keep this a 1-score game. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Steelers add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point put through by Boswell, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Pulls it in at the 13. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
There's no downplaying that we all knew that this was a critical possession, and to get a return like that to start things off, that's the spark that they needed. That's the spark they were looking for.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Wilson. Able to find Jones. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. On 1st down, Wilson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. So a 4th quarter pick 6 here, and that one might put this game out of reach, CD.
I certainly agree with that, partner, and I know one thing, though. That team that just got the pick 6, they're going to keep playing until this one's over. Better be careful. They're looking to get another one.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. A good start to the drive here as that's caught out on the left side. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Now Wilson. And he fires one incomplete.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. Throwing again here, Wilson. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
Man open, here is Jones.
And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
To throw is Wilson. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
One last shot for Wilson. Steps away. And this is dropped and incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone as time has run out on this ball game. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers.
And say what you want about Lumen Field here in Seattle, but for my money, this is the loudest and most difficult place to win in the league when you're on the road.
It's very hard. The fan support, off the charts. The way that they make noise and understand when to make noise, they understand the game as well as anyone. And how about what we get in our media packets when we start preparing for the game? They have it in their own stuff, right? The number of offsides penalties, false start penalties that they draw against the opposing team because of that fan support. And last but not least, they designed the stadium to keep the noise in, and it works.
But not in this one. They were able to somehow come in here and get that victory. So for Pittsburgh,
that hate, boy.
Yeah, my day ones here to dance at the beginning. So you know it's only right, that's how we end it. Came all the way from losing to winning. Yeah, I did it. But it ain't just me, it's the whole